Now, do you know that a parcel of land can be considered free if the government has not indicated any interest on that land? Now, such a land is safe to buy because the title can easily be perfected. Now, such lands, in most cases, their title can either be a gazette, C of O, or a governor's consent. Now that you know what it means for a land to be free, it's also important that you know the two types of government acquisitions we have. Now, the first one is a committed acquisition, and the second one is general/global acquisition. Now, committed acquisition is simply when the government shows an intention to use a specific area of land for the provision of amenities. Now, such land belongs to the federal government and cannot be available for use by an individual. If you purchase a land that is under government acquisition, it is actually impossible for you to perfect your land title, and you will only be occupying that space till the federal government comes to kick you out. Now, we also have the global acquisition, also known as the general acquisition. Now, lands that are under the general acquisition can actually later be confirmed free or committed. Now, a land under general acquisition can be free through the process of excision. Now, excision is the process by which the federal government releases a portion of an expanse of land that is not committed. If a land was formerly under acquisition, then becomes exercised, it is considered that that land is now free from any government acquisition and is open to individuals to buy. It becomes gazetted. Now, the gazette on that land becomes the title. Now that you have understood the classifications on land, it is very important that you also know the meaning of these land documents that we have. I will start with the deed of assignment. Now, deed of assignment simply refers to a legal document that records the transfer of ownership from one party to the other. Now, it specifically states that the property now belongs to the assignee and no longer belongs to the assigner. Okay, it specifies the dates and all. It's very important and compulsory that you record your deed of assignment in the land registry so that it will show as a legal evidence that there was a transfer of ownership from the person you are buying your land from. Now, we also have title known as excision. Now, excision simply means when the federal government pulls out a portion of land from a large expanse of land. That portion of land that was pulled out means that excision has taken place. Now, all this will be recorded and documented in the official gazette of that particular state. Now, coming to a gazette is an official record book where all special government details are spelled out, recorded, and documented. Now, a gazette will show you the communities and villages that has been granted excision. It will also show you number of acres/hectares that the government has given to the people. Now, coming to the last but not the least, which is certificate of occupancy. Now, this is an official document that is granted by the federal government here in Nigeria to a person to certify that person as a legal owner of a piece of land. Now, according to the Land Use Act of 1978, simply states that all lands belong to the federal government. So when you have a CFO, just know that you are entitled to own that property for a period of 99 years. After that, you might have to go and renew your title. Now, coming to the last one for the day is the governor's consent. Now, governor's consent simply means when you buy a land that already has a perfected title of a CFO. Now, in this case, for there to be transfer of ownership, the government has to be consulted for it to be recorded at the appropriate land registry to show evidence as to the exchange of ownership. So guys, that's all we have for today as relating to title land documents. See you some other time. Bye.